court ruling ever. It was purely a pro business ruling to allow for companies to not be held liable. Yeah, I agree with that actually. So if someone dies from an allergy because of nuts in the food is nutless food, does that mean it's only cooking technique and you should expect nuts in it? Well, allergies are different than bones because you can't be allergic to bones, so that's not really analogous. If you ordered chicken fingers, you wouldn't expect real fingers, would you? I'd respond. And I don't expect a hot dog to be a dog. Have you been day drinking on the job? A bone isn't edible to humans, and a dish sold to the public must fully disclose without question if it has bones or not. No, that's actually incorrect. It's not a grammar thing, it's a business category. Like the is a taco a sandwich? Legally a taco is a sandwich. You can't you can't blame a restaurant. No, listen, you can't blame a restaurant if your boneless wings have a bone in them. Like if you choke on a bone that you didn't know was there, you can't blame the restaurant that if somebody chokes to death. They're just trying to avoid lawsuits. Like if you okay, let's put it this way. If you own a business, if you own a restaurant and somebody died because they choked on a bone when there were supposed to be no bones in the food as advertised, do you think it's fair that you get sued for so much money you have to shut your restaurant down because some dumbass choked to death? Of course not. That's not fair. In America, if you order boneless wings from a restaurant and you choke on a bone and you think you have a lawsuit, guess what? You don't. That's your own damn fault. So move on. I like how Charlie's friend group talking about it. It's like the edgy, autistic, wannabe intellectual lunchroom table at school. That's really cringy. They're all dissecting and taking apart what it could possibly mean for a court to say boneless foods can have bones in them, but they don't understand like the legality of like not getting sued. Why does he look like me when I was younger? Yeah, he does look like me when I was a teenager. That's true. That's definitely true. Just because I wasn't following street rules doesn't mean I should be treated like this. You can walk in the road all you want, but as soon as a cop pulls you over for it, you have to act nice and you can't assault them. But I will say a lot of assaults on police officers get dropped. So he made a bad decision to get arrested, but in the long term, that's not a life ruining thing. If he does get convicted, it'll probably be of a lesser charge. I'm a lawyer. Yeah, some people at school did tell me no. I'm still getting over it. It's traumatic. But as far as this guy, he probably didn't have like a good father figure. He didn't assault a cop, like punch him in the face while he's on PCP. He just tried to keep walking in a straight line and he got intercepted. You guys are a bunch of fucking bullshit. You know what my name is. You know who I am. You talk about me all the fucking time. I'm the most popular man in the world. I want to be most popular man in the world. Yeah, you heard me? So basically, so basically, I didn't work out today because I noticed I was regressing on some of the exercises. So, referencing overtraining, I took a day off, which it's actually 5 days a week, not 7 days a week. I'm supposed to lift. So, um, I'm gonna be taking some more rest days because I need them. Because, to quote Don Mazzetti, I'm exercising for a goal. Exercise is not the goal. So, if I want to get bigger and stronger, I need more rest days. And I'm confident that I'm right. It's my life. I'm allowed to gamble it any way I want. A true psychopath. Look at this violent, menacing psychopath as he assaulted two police officers. I'm being sarcastic. He didn't do shit. He's probably gonna get bailed out in an hour, go home, play video games, forget it ever happened. He's probably gonna be like, well, shouldn't do that again. Not gonna do that again. Because he's not a psychopath. And he's gonna learn. You can't just walk into a cop because that's like assault basically. No, you didn't hurt me. No, you did not hurt me, but you did feel up my butt as if there's weapons when in reality you just wanted to feel up a 19-year-old hot guy. You're just a bunch of clowns in costumes. That's what the fuck you guys are. That's pretty good roast, man. I can't lie. If that's how he treats the police, how does he treat his parents? He probably doesn't have parents. Oh. He probably has a single mom and several stepfathers, and that's why he's always angry. It's because I play a lot of video games. They're claiming he's on drugs. Serious felonies? Like what? He's got a tight ass. The Matrix is after him? Is that what the Matrix is about? It's because of video games and 420. Okay. Whatever you say, bro. I guess it's a free country, allegedly. There's gonna be a more free country under Trump. I'm just counting down the days till we can see real political change in this world. It'd be helpful to have a president that doesn't have Alzheimer's or dementia. But I am one of the most successful dictators of all time. I'm actually a better dictator than actual famous dictators in history. Like, I don't know, all the paranoid people that killed all their political enemies. I'm a better dictator than a lot of those guys because I don't get paranoid and kill people. I think a lot more dictators should stay on medication. But Monkey app's not loading, so I'm just gonna read the news. I want to get a few things out of my storage unit, like my dick stretcher, my sex toys, my anal douche. JonBenet Ramsey still in the news. Don't care. There's no conspiracy. The person that killed JonBenet Ramsey was motivated by money, is what her dad says. Meghan Markle's pretty fit. Maybe that's why she was able to bag a prince. Archie's 5 years old. Lilibet is 3. I didn't even know they had a second kid. I really just want to see what a half ginger, half biracial black woman's kids will look like. That was really the most interesting thing about it. And this is Archie. He is the Prince of England. His father was a pale white ginger man, and his mother a half black American woman. So he's a bit odd looking, as you can see, but you know, a lot of people had a problem when Prince Harry married a half black woman. Or is she light skinned? Is she biracial or light skinned? I can't even tell. I really can't even tell. Is she biracial or light skinned? Because that means the royalty of England's gonna be having a little bit of color in their line, which doesn't make any fucking sense, and it's stupid and wrong. It's morally wrong, and it's stupid and disrespectful to the entire country and the entire history of the country. But you know, niggers will be niggers, and all I can really do is say a bunch of racist shit from my basement. As long as I don't kill anybody, no one really gives a shit. But that's just incredibly disrespectful to like the people of England, the country of England, the financial resources of England, the history of England, anybody that supports the, you know, English monarchy, anybody that supports the historical power Britain had across the world, the empire of the sun that never sets, because they had territories and all spanning all 24 hours, all 24 time zones in the world, just to marry a nigger. fuck you. A lot of racist people had a problem with that. I still have a problem with it, and I'll never not have a problem with it, because that's just entirely disrespectful. Migrant accused of setting home on fire with children inside. Sharpton says Dems must brag about Biden so his term won't be viewed as 4 years of failure. Man learns his fate after selling access to American apartments to pregnant Chinese nationals. Affluent pregnant Chinese woman paid thousands of dollars to travel and give birth in the United States so the infants could obtain American citizenship. Michael Wei Yu Lu of Rancho Cucamonga getting 3 years in prison for doing that. That sounds like a fun business. Who does Mitt Romney thinks the 2028 Republican nominee will be? They're saying J.D. Vance. Wow, imagine. He seems like he'd be a good president and vice president. I wouldn't mind J.D. Vance being the 2028 Republican nominee. Does anybody else have a problem with that? I don't really have any other ideas. But, Mitt Romney's a handsome guy. Mitt Romney don't look bad for like 58 or however old he is. What if I want to hook up with a dude who looks like Mitt Romney when he was 18 to 22? Or 18 to 25? Is that... You look like Mitt Romney when he was 20. Drone sighting near Air Force Base. It's obviously aliens. Is red wine good for your heart? No, it's not worth it. Don't drink wine and lie to yourself and say it's healthy. Like, if you got fitness goals, like, don't lie to yourself and say drinking wine's a good thing. It's not. In fact, you shouldn't drink any alcohol, because all it does is give you a headache, a hangover, and it's not really like beneficial. Weed's much healthier than alcohol. The Heisman Trophy winner has a fiance. That's hilarious because he's black, and black people hate like getting married and having a wife, having like a relationship like that, especially at the age of 22 or 21 or whatever the hell he is. Like, there's hardly, you can't, no, think about this. There's hardly any black people, there's hardly any black men in the history of the world who've gotten engaged at 21 or 22. Like, what are you doing with yourself, man? You're supposed to be out there raw dogging randoms, not settling down with a wife. Like, that's just stupid. Now, I'm not gonna diss a man's wife or fiance just to like publicly troll somebody, but as far as a life decision goes, I don't really agree with that. This is not 1828. People don't get married off at 21 or 22 usually, unless you're like some sort of Giga Chad college football star. But at that point, why would the man want to be married off at 21 or 22 when you got so much popularity and power? You could hook up with so many different women. Like, why would you be getting married to one girl? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And he says, my girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all just now starting to talk about me. Y'all go do something else, y'all live. Clickbait, page stop. Y'all better stop. I'm telling y'all, something bad's gonna happen to y'all if you keep doing that. Y'all better stop that. I ain't playing. He said she got drunk and cried all night as the criticism trickled in. Travis Hunter from the Colorado Buffaloes, wide receiver and cornerback. So who is this girl? Is she an Instagram model? He played offense and defense. I've never heard of that. He's probably really fast at running, and he's probably has really good hand-eye coordination, so he can catch a lot of footballs. And that's why he's famous in society, basically, because he used those skills to become one of the best college football players in the country. Congratulations. What about Jay-Z's sexual assault allegations? You know, all that Illuminati pedophile stuff is basically true with this new P. Diddy thing going on. A lot of people were like, oh, they're paranoid, they're crazy. Why is this even a thing? Why would anybody think the Illuminati is a global cabal of pedophiles? And then P. Diddy happened, so I don't know. Why are they? A professor who said October 7th was awesome teaches courses on Zionism. That's really sad. You know, I think I got something. I think I got something. I got a movie to make. There's a real movie that they could make. So it's a movie about it's a movie about a man who has AIDS or gets AIDS, and before he dies he kills a bunch of people. Like, he has like a terminal illness. So he becomes a school shooter and he kills a bunch of people, and it got nominated for the Academy Awards. Can you work with that? How about that movie? I pay like so much money to see that movie in theaters. Like, that could be a really fun movie to make. That could make a lot of money. But the way I want it, um the way I want it. Like, I think it should be about me, but like, I'm not saying I want to do that. That's not what I want to do with my life. But it's a fictional movie, so I think if they make it about me, it's a man who's terminal or has AIDS or has gotten AIDS at some point in the movie, and he becomes a school shooter, and he's a very successful, very talented school shooter. Let me tell you something, like probably one of the most successful school shooters of all time, and he he has like he's not mentally ill, but like he puts a lot of effort into like planning this thing and studying and researching and planning and rehearsing and spends a bunch of money and time figuring out this plan to get it just right for the big day, the day of retribution, to quote Elliot Rodger. But he's not an incel. It's not an incel massacre because he's terminally ill. And it could be based on me. They could base the main character on me, I think. But like base it on me in a good light. Like don't be making fun of me and shit. Like make me look like some sort of alpha male Chad. You know what I'm saying? It's not some incel shooting because you don't even give a fuck about like fucking bitches or like finding love. Like none of that shit's even real. So like that's why it's not an incel. I want that movie. Like I really want to see a movie like that. I think it could be like so cinematic and emotional that it becomes nominated for Academy Awards, and like it has a big box office release. Like it comes out in the movie theaters. Like this ain't no amateur like one set horror film, low budget type of deal. This is a serious movie with serious actors who are extremely talented and know how to portray themselves as a certain way. I'm just thinking about the cinematics, like the close ups of the face, where you can see every single every single muscle and emotion being portrayed through the expressions on their face. As he learns that he has AIDS, as he learns what his true intentions and meanings in life were about, and he gets these guns and this plan to, it's really like a one character movie in a way because it's all about him, and everybody he meets during this movie is really just there to help him get to where he ultimately wants to be, which is a famous school shooter. And it has to be a school. It has to be a school that he shoots up because in this fictional movie that I am making, yeah, I think that sounds really good. It's gonna be really, really good. I've been making, I've been pitching and making like big budget movies and TV shows for a long time. I know it's real. I know what they're doing. It doesn't like it doesn't really impress me or make me feel any type of way. I just have fun with it, like because I get bored, right? So I just use and abuse this power that I have for good, and I know it's real, and it's really just all for fun, because like I I ain't worried about their money, and they know I'm not trying to waste their money. I'm just trying to have some fun with it. So if they're gonna spend a bunch of money to make a movie, and they want me to decide what kind of movie I want to see, then I'm gonna tell them exactly what I want to see and what I want the movie to be like. And don't ask me why I have more confidence when I act like a black man when I'm talking, because I don't know. But the fact is that I do feel this sense of confidence and this sense of power when I'm acting like a black man. So I might as well just start doing it, just keep doing it, unless I say like, oh, I want to change and I want to be confident and not talk like a black man or whatever this accent is. Because you might say, oh, well, you don't even sound like a black man. You just think you do because you don't know how to voice act. And I'll be like, yeah, maybe, but at the same time, I really don't give a shit. If this is how I want to talk, then this is the way I'm going to be talking. And I'll say the N word because that's for losers. So long as I don't say the N word, then I can talk like whoever I want to talk like. Can you buy 2 airline seats to avoid sitting next to strangers? See, a lot of times when I go to therapy, this is really what I'm doing. I just read the news and talk about the shit I see in the news, basically. But I'm kind of bored, and I think I'm going to end it here.